Yo,
boss man, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. How's things, alright?
right with it.
This is
Looks the part.
new. Yeah, man.
I like it.
I love it. I love
It's more
being
high end, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite unassuming from outside.
Yeah.
You think you're going to a bike shed.
Yeah, well, this is it.
I like it.
I could be the twister, make you stop. The icing on your cake, the cherry on the top. It's heaven in my heart, and we could find some space.
And then it's lovely being in this. No, yeah. So when we moved in, this was just like a dilapidated barn. We had to do all the ceilings, all the lighting, the floor.
So how did you organise that with the landlord? Did he contribute to it or not?
Yeah, he contributed. He bought the materials,
Right.
150mm insulated plasterboard, and then we paid lads to do it. Horrible job. Scaffold tower up, take it down, put it up.
Feels more bespoke here.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's the idea. The idea of building this was for clients to come in, architects, designers, builders, they can come and bring their clients, and I'll just sit in the background, let them do their thing, and then I'm here if they need it. And like, we've got everything.
But where's the whiskey?
I haven't got any whiskey here, El. I did think that this morning.
James.
Be quite a good place to host
It would.
evenings
It would.
with a big table down the middle. Just host, sit all.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be hard to move these bits out of the way, would it?
Now, obviously, when you visited me before, it was just tiles.
Yeah. I
Now,
see the.
like this wood here, this is French oak produced in Italy, grown in France, produced in Italy. Customer just bought a load of that on, get to a local timber merchant, a sample, and the guy said, this is the best engineered oak he's ever seen. And that's what we do. Marble, timber, terrazzo. Then you've got your sort of more lower cost stuff, sort of off the shelf, easy to do. But that's all made to order. That's all made, like if you wanted that floor, it's made for you. 6 to 8 weeks, bosh.
I don't want to be. I really want to be working with young people. Like I want businesses that have money, that are established, that need to reduce cost, increase capacity, buy back more time within their company, and replace job roles that a human's been doing that an AI can do infinitely better to support people in the business. We're not going out to try and put people out of business. What we're trying to do is support people in the business. So the sales team can just be spending all day closing really good leads rather than shit ones.
Cutting out the fluff.
Cutting out all the fluff. So basically we have copywriters, we have fulfillment staff, we have lead agents, sales agents, booking agents, customer service agents. We're going to businesses and saying, hey, here's all your bottlenecks. We can put AI to do this, and this. You're currently doing 6 members of staff to do all this shit, or you've got no staff doing this, which is like, and then going, okay, plug that in, and then let it scale. A lot of these companies, well, not just the AI, but haven't got decent CRMs, they're not tracking their leads properly, they're not following up the leads properly, they haven't got like ad tracking, they're not running ads, like they've got no systems. So systems and AI into predominantly boomer-based businesses, because I prefer them. They've got cash, they understand what good return on investment is. Like they get it. Like if it's going to cost me X, I'm getting Y and it's higher. Like Y is higher than X, we'll go for it. Like that's what we want.
Yeah.
And then they understand that I need to integrate technology to stay competitive, and that's what we're doing.
What could I do? What could I implement in AI in this?
Sales.
Predominantly
Lead generation sales.
Yeah.
Because we'll go through it now. AI is great if you already have a really good funnel from top to bottom, right? So you've got leads, you've got a really good lead generation system, or you've got a really good backend without the leads or something. So the rest of the funnel's complete. What a lot of people try and do is they try and plug AI into a business that's already broken some other places as well, and they expect it to suddenly fix it. AI is amazing if you've got a funnel and then you put AI in the certain parts of the funnel, and it just kind of like amplifies something that's already working.
Yeah.
So what we need to see is like, let's look at the funnel, get the whole thing set up, and then fucking increase capacity. And then you're basically taking a small funnel to a massive like wide funnel that you can put tons of throughput in. AI should be more about increasing capacity rather than trying to fix things.
Yeah.
So look at it from like think about like steroids, right? If you take someone that's a couch potato, doesn't eat properly, and then you go and give them steroids, not a lot's gonna happen. But let's say this person's training well, they're eating well, then you throw steroids on top, it goes bang.
Yeah.
AI is the same. If we can get the funnel and everything correct, if it's not a magic pill. For example, you can put a sales agent in, if there's no leads coming in, or the office crap,
it's not gonna do anything.
It's the same way as if you want to get the best salesperson on planet Earth, but you've got no leads coming in, they're not phoning anybody. Like, how can they sell? So the other bits have to be in like place as well. So the thing about about AI like that. It should be like a capacity increase. It should be an enhancer, not the fix to everything.
And the thing is,
like, we should
like one of the biggest things is like baby boomer business owners, like my old man, for example. If he didn't have us, he would have been sitting on that company and he didn't know what to do with it. He's got no passion. He doesn't want to learn AI. He doesn't want to learn social media. He doesn't want to learn content. But what does he do? His pride's in the business. He don't want to just wrap it up. He's got staff that he's...
Every business needs to focus on two elements. Well, not every business, that's a lie. So I realize it's coming from like a poor background, that we're not afforded as a poor person or someone without huge amounts of like inheritance or wealth given to someone above you to play a long game. So I'm also very privileged now to have friends that are billionaires and see how they play. Now, the leverage will always be in the big opportunities. The person that can play the longest game will always make the most amount of money. So if you have the ability to work on a 10-year project and you just find one client and it's like fucking enormous, like let's say, for example, you fitted out every single Hyatt hotel on planet Earth because you had the ability to schmooze the owner, get the contract, and it's wining and dining over 6, 12, 18, 24 months.
Yeah.
Great. Unfortunately, people that don't come from huge amounts of cash flow can't withstand that 24 months without anything coming in. So a billionaire can't play the same, well, we can't play the same game as those billionaires yet. Yeah. So the trade-off that we have to make as business owners is, how do we satisfy short-term gain or cash flow enough so that we can focus on the big leverage, big game? Now, what happens is along the way, and I've been guilty of this myself, you lose sight of the big game because you get so focused on the immediate cash or the short-term cash grabs, which is good for the short term, but it's not going to give you the big bucks that you're actually really aiming for. So the fact that you're both in synergy, that you're focusing on one and you're focusing on the other, is great, because you're going to keep the business alive day to day while you can go out and actually go get the big projects, and you can afford to jump on a flight to America, take that one, the cost of the flight, the trip expenses, and also the potential and quite likely scenario that you're not going to get anything out of it for probably a year. But in a year's time, when that guy that you met comes through and goes, hey, Ashley, you remember we met in America that time in Houston? Oh yeah, I actually got 39 hotels across the bang. You're like, okay, that's a £3 million project. That all of a sudden changed the business, but you can't do that unless you're doing the short term. So I'm very sympathetic to keep the lights on and then build the empire. Like and both of those need to be happening in synergy. And people that are like, oh, you need to be focused, bullshit. Like, you got to be sympathetic to constraints, which is the amount of cash flow you've got in the bank, and how much is coming in for your overheads. So one, get your overheads down, which we've done already. So have we got staff we don't need? Is the staff that we have got actually satisfying the short-term constraints of what we need to survive? And then am I actually getting the highest ROI on my time, and I'm actually just being a busy fool? Because also the other issue is, when you're focusing on the big game, we have a tendency to think we're being productive when actually, networking is a really fucking important thing, because there's no like real immediate KPI or like understanding or quantifiable way of measuring that in the immediate. You can spend a lot of time doing fuck all. Yeah. So are we being actually systemized with the networking? Am I going to enough events? Is this actually paying off? Am I following up on those leads? Have I got a Rolodex of people that I've met this year? Have I written the names down? Oh, I went to an event. Yeah, I met Johnny. 3 months from now, you've forgotten who Johnny was. Yeah. Make a note immediately. Johnny, he does this, he did this. Send him when's his birthday? Send him you need to actually build a system for networking. Yeah. Not just, I'm a networker, I go and meet people like me. You are, be a very likable guy, a very trustworthy guy. Yeah. But if you're very concise and very systemized with the networking, you'll get a lot more out of it. So treat it like a job and be very, very, very accurate, very precise, and very aggressive with it as well.
I'd say as well, though, from a networking perspective, is there's nothing worse than someone coming up to you with their business card and saying, I'm an accountant, let me look at your accounts, straight away off the bat. I feel that networking's a long game.
It is, so you need to be able to afford the long game. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So there's a trade-off there. So to afford to get the big payoff, you have to buy into it. You have to be able to pay your way to do that. So I'm the same now. It's like, I have to be able to afford to fly out to Dubai, to America, to meet people with no direct return. And my wife has still not got her head around this yet. She's like, did you make any money from that trip? I'm like, not right now, no. She's like, you've been out for a week and it's cost you like 15 grand. I'm like, yep. But that's why the day-to-day is paying for that. So the chance of this paying off is slim, but if it does, this is huge. Yeah. That's the difference.
And it could be in 3 years. It could be in 5 years.
You can speed that up by being clever. And like I said, it's like, you don't let people forget about you, especially the important ones. And you never know who you're going to meet. Quite often the person you go to meet is not the one that actually you end up doing business with. It's always somebody else that you've met along the way, but you've got to get out there and you've got to get the opportunities. But social media can bring a lot of it to you. So talking of which, like what's the company goals at the moment? So short term and long term. Like what constraints do we have to satisfy like on a financial basis to
we're just so we are very knowledgeable. We know our stuff. Between us, we've been in the industry for a very, very long time. I would go as far as saying there are not many people that know what we do and have lived and breathed it as much as we have. Our biggest problem at the moment is getting eyes on telling the story, what we're capable of.
Which is?
We're capable of helping you hold your hand through your project and provide the most amazing surfaces for any project. Whether you've got a budget and you want bespoke marble bathtubs and basins and sinks and everything to be 5-star incredible, or whether you're building a care home and you have a specific budget, a specific need, want and a requirement, we can work with either end of the budget.
This is a problem straight away.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I walk into Harrods, I don't expect to be shown white plastic switches and sockets on the wall. I expect to see Arabian gold, fucking handcrafted £3,000 switches.
Yeah.
And if I go to a tile section of Harrods, I don't expect to see run-of-the-mill cheap flooring. I want to go to my French-grown oak that's flown out to Italy so that I can justify the Italian label, flown it back into the UK and sell it to the wife of some very rich finance guy from London who doesn't give a shit what's going on his wife's floor. That's what I want. Yeah. Right? So if you don't know who you're selling to, how the fuck can you get the messaging right?
Yeah, that's very true.
We got to make that decision. So before you eat, like, it's the way you address it. This place is not singing to me cheap.
No.
If I walked in here with a small budget, I'd walk straight back out again. I feel very fucking uncomfortable. Like, right, you're talking about French oak going to Italy. Yeah, but we can do this and this. Okay, that also then devalues the person that's coming and looking for that French oak, because when I see a cheap floor on the floor, I'm like, I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah, that's very true. I didn't think of that. I always thought of the lower ticket items to fill that gap.
And just asking for your previous experience. You've been in this game a long time. Which clients are better? The ones that scrimp and save to pay for for the cheap floor, or the ones that come in with an obnoxious budget?
Well, yeah, the ones that come with an obnoxious budget that care.
Don't ask many questions, pay you immediately.
Yeah.
Always come back for more, give you a nice review. The ones that scrimp and save to fucking get the cheap stuff, worse clients, no money, high expectations, always have a problem, want a refund, fucking small claims courts through the door, yada, yada, yada. High end of the market's way better. This is not singing to me. You are in a position right now where you could have a private viewing with Joe Smith and Karen from, I don't know, fucking whatever postcode in Chelsea, and they've just bought a new flat in their Swiss residence, and they want to get some stuff shipped over, and they want to come down and see you. Right, no worries, come down, we've got some champagne for you, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. And that was always the goal.
Close off the rest of it for you, so you come down with a private viewing, make sure it's all laid out for you on the floor. Yeah. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Now, it's not to say that you can't sell the cheap stuff, because you will still get the cheaper clients coming through, but you don't want to misconstrue the message on the front end. Yeah. It's like me, I sell artificial intelligence. I do high-end mentoring. I do high-end consultancy. I do high-end build-outs and, marketing. I still get people that come through that can't afford the big bucks, and we have other things we can sell them down to, but that's not advertised. And it's very fucking clear that that's not what we do.
Yeah.
Because as someone that's got money, if I walk into a car dealership and I'm next to a guy, I'm buying a £250,000 Lamborghini, and I'm next to a guy buying a £5,000 Micra, it's not making me feel very good.
Yeah, very true.
I don't want to be around, respectfully. That's not my place. We're in a different league right now. That's the reason they separate first and business class on an airplane. You need to make you feel special.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Ashley, sir. Would you like your Woodford on the rocks? Yes, I would, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm around my people, and that's the way you got to be. So your website, your socials right now, singing high end, push it. If that's what you want to do.
Well, that's the best. Do you know what I mean? It's for me, I've got to enjoy what I do every day. I don't enjoy the clients where I make. It's not always, obviously it's about money. It's the wrong thing to say.
Let's pull up your Instagram. If you're trying to write copy for a website, you're trying to do social media posts, and you don't know who is reading it on the other end because you can't in your mind see who that is, it's very fucking difficult to know what to produce.
Yeah.
What terminology to produce, or which products to show.
Yeah.
Oh, we can show this, or we can show this. And well, am I showing this to, in your mind, you get so confused.
Yeah.
So the messaging's off.
Yeah.
If the messaging's off, people won't resonate and hit it. That's the difference. And it's getting over the fear of going, fuck it, we need to chop some of the market off. Because in your mind, you're like, I don't want to shrink too much because then we're cutting off how much we can sell.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Actually, you try and sell to everybody, sell to nobody. And it's just understanding your messaging and being very clear with that.
Yeah.
And from top to bottom. And that's really what your social media managers and your content people and everything should be doing. That's why when he's filming for me, he knows who I'm targeting, what my message stands for, who's going to actually buy from me, and what they need to see.
Yeah.
And I want to filter everybody else out. I don't want someone with a small budget even considering or thinking they can come to this place. This is really nice, mate. Like, you've done a really good job with this place.
I mean, those the marble over there.
It might need to change those white switches and sockets though, but
Yeah, if we go to Harris.
But I use that as a you know, people need to feel comfortable. Like, yes, but so when I think about selling high end, I don't just, like, for example, let's say I want to sell high end tiles. The people I'd be studying is Rolls Royce, Rolex. I'd be looking at high end hotels. How do they market? What colors do they use? What messaging do they use? The minute if you go to the Rolls Royce website, it'd be like some sort of crazy, like the most scintillating. Like, if you go to Rolls Royce now, look at their headline. They won't use language of a 6-year-old, which is the average reading age in the UK, by the way. The Phantoms. Right, let's go down. Let's read some of their copy. Scroll down. Beyond desire. Explore further. Continue your journey. Okay, discover. Choose from our exclusive collections or collaborate with our craftspeople designers to create a Rolls Royce wholly unique to you. This Rolls Royce bespoke. The icon of icons. Phantom embodies an unwavering pursuit of perfection. The terminology. Someone shopping at Wix is not reading that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's the kind of copy and the way you would need to describe your tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. People buy stories. So when they go and put that floor down, oh, this was this oak sourced in a village in, I don't know,
Yeah.
wherever in France, the south of France, like
The thing is as well, when I talk
it's next to Bordeaux, whatever, right? And it gets shipped to Italy, and you know, had it flown over here, and so when they're showing their friend, they can tell a story about the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when you watch high-end real estate people on I do YouTube every now and then, and they'll walk around the house. They don't go, here's the kitchen. They go, this marble was flown in from such and such handcrafted it, and it was painstakingly put up by 500 people because we couldn't get it through the door. It had to be craned in, and it's just a piece of marble on the wall. But the story behind the marble is what makes it impressive.
Yeah.
This is the
That's it, and that's
story behind this.
The
stuff.
story behind the engineered wood. I blew that client away the other day. She won't have anything else now. I said, this is grown. This is French. It's grown. It's naturally modified. It's quite an interesting story. They naturally modify the trees to grow the trunks nice and straight to double the height they normally would, naturally, by growing shrubs around them, etc. The company owns the oak forests. They cultivate them. When a tree starts producing carbon dioxide, that's when they cull it and they plant another one all day long.
Right. So when you go and charge me 50k per square meter for my floor, I kind of justify in my head.
Exactly.
And they need to have a story. Respectfully, I'm like, that's a nice floor.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's why Wagyu beef, it's like they play music to it. I don't care. Like, it tastes good, right? You probably had a few too many whiskeys when you have like a nice Wagyu steak anyway, so you can't really taste it. But the point being is, you justify the price point of that, and you have to tell a story. So look at the high-end brands when you're looking at yours, and you're getting a vibe to it, and that needs to be the messaging that goes in, and that needs to be across the board. Now, quickly, like with regards to this, people don't really buy from brands so much anymore. They buy from people. So if you look at, for example, I'm going to pull it up, but if you look at Virgin and you look at Richard Branson on Instagram, Richard Branson, I would imagine, is about 10x in terms of the followers to Virgin, the brand, because people now buy people, they don't buy brands.
Yeah.
So this is where your social media is going to be important, but not this so much, yours.
Yeah.
Because we get that right, people will buy into you and they will find your product through you, and then will listen to your story. You have to give people a reason to listen to you. So this is an important thing to do, but the most important thing to you is build your personal brand.
Yeah.
Because that will help sell this more. Like, for example, you're on 10.6k followers.
Yeah.
Your personal brand, if you do that properly, should be on 100k, and then that will filter through to this. It's like me. So with my AI, we have a business page, We have my personal page, and my personal page is the thing that sells to the business page. It's the funnel. So we'll look at your personal in a bit, but I think we really focus on that and people buying into who you are and a reason to listen to you about the tiles and why I trust you and I like what people will just buy from you just because they like you. Because respectfully, there'll be other people that sell this stuff. If I went into Chelsea in London and I went to a tile place, I'm sure they could source this for me if I showed them because they're all going to the same high-end places. They'll buy from you because they like you. Yeah. And I like the experience that you give them when they come down, the fact that you closed off the showroom for them to come down and speak to you personally, the owner.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I respect that.
Yeah, and that's something that I care deeply about.
So on your website, do you have book in for a personal viewing?
Yeah, we have consultations, we call it.
Oh, change that. Your bespoke tile experience. Something different. Like consultation is so corporate. Yeah. Think about it immediately, just change. So go into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Say, think about Rolls Royce and the terminology of someone buying high end, and then rework all of your terminology, whatever you're using. What do you call it? Surface
design consultant.
Surface design consultant. So come down for your surface design consultation.
Because at the moment, Aura Surfaces is a UK supplier and distributor of premium quality surfaces.
Premium, cut that word out of your vocabulary immediately. That is, when you say premium, it sounds cheap. So you won't see premium written on Rolls Royce anywhere.
No.
It's the epitome of surfaces. Like whatever you could change, just go to ChatGPT or Gemini, however you want to do it. You can even use there's a few other ones you can use as well, but I'll just use ChatGPT and just code it to only speak in the most luxurious,
high-end
and eloquent terminology, and you can say pull from brands like Rolls-Royce, yacht companies like Rolex, Patek Philippe, like use their terminology, even place the website and be like, I want it to look and feel like this. And then when I look, so you've actually not got, this is not bad. So fonts and the way and the spacing is very similar to the Rolls Royce website. So you've already got the feel.
Yeah.
The copy's not adding up. And the reason that is because the person who wrote it didn't know who they were targeting.
Yeah.
Because you were thinking, oh, I don't want to make it sound too expensive because we don't want to put them off. And then we also need to appeal to you lost them already. But I think your podcast and using that downstairs could be huge. It'd be huge for you. You just got to think about how you do it as well. I think you need to be maybe a little bit more selective with the kind of guests you're getting on and what you're talking about.
Yeah, the podcast I do downstairs, that's more of like a me thing.
No, but the me thing is the thing that's going to sell this. That's what I'm saying. So use that as the big funnel, because you're never going to, respectfully, it's going to be very difficult to go viral selling a tile.
Yeah.
You go very viral with an opinion or something on family or like just lifestyle or business that then, like for example, I went viral when I did the video about like I never do men would cheat on their wives, right? Had I had this tile company in my bio, the amount of traffic that would have got and be like, I want to buy tiles from this guy. How many women would have wanted to buy from, oh, I like this guy, like we'll buy from this man. Like I want that scummy guy up the fucking road as whatever. Yeah. That would have got me business.
Sorry, what was the video? You did a video on how you
I said I won't do business with men that cheat on their wives. Okay. It went fucking mega viral. Like it went viral in Bulgaria, the UK, US, everywhere. Like millions of views. Huh. Now, had I had a tile company, I would have sold a lot of tiles.
Yeah.
And that was because they would have bought into me. So that's what we can do with your personal brand. Plus you enjoy doing your personal brand, so it's a win-win.
Yeah. Does my personal brand though, what I'm trying, and this is an honest question. Yeah. My personal brand is obviously about life, family stuff. Does that tie into this though?
Of course it does.
Is that?
People buy people, so you got to remember, like you talking about business and family and trying to juggle it all and what it's like just to be a man that's supporting whatever is completely relevant because I'm buying into you as a person.
Yeah.
And then as a result, I'd be much more inclined to come to you and do business with you. If you think someone's a shitbag, would you do business with them if they've got a good product?
No.
If you couldn't help it, you wouldn't, would you?
No.
So if there's two guys and you just really don't fucking like somebody on social media, but you like the other guy, they both got a tile shop, which one do you go to?
Yeah.
If you think about it from that perspective, that's what's going to bring awareness too from an organic. And I know you enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we get the messaging right on the business end, business page, and then on your page, fucking take it up a level.
Yeah.
But we need to be a little bit cleaner with the edits. It needs to not, so if you look at my edits now, we've got away from like more of the tacky captions and we're much more crisp just because that's the perception I want.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be super, super edited, because anything that's curated too much doesn't go very viral. And stories should always be personal, like speaking to the camera like you do when you go for walks and everything. But on the front end with the reels and everything, I would say it's either talking head, super raw, or if you're going to do an edited one, make it crisp and clean, don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Audio's good, visuals are good, captions are just very clean and crisp, just like this.
Yeah.
And that's a very simple change. And all of a sudden you're speaking to the kind of people that you want. A 50-year-old Darlene will look at it and go, oh, I like this guy. I like it. This is my, the fonts, the way, the terminology. I'm used to reading that, because when I go and buy my Rolls Royce, it's the same thing that I get there.
Yeah, that makes sense. So make everything sort of align better.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
And if you don't know who your target market is, you cannot do that from day one.
No. So I think it's
like, for example, let's say we go back to a minute ago. Sorry, if I'm going to put AI into a company, I have to train it on who the avatar is. How can I get the terminology and tone right if I can't tell it who I'm selling to? It's going to get confused. You're going to get confused. Your social media is going to get confused. Your copy on your website is going to get confused. It makes everyone's life so much harder. The minute you know the person that's going to be walking into the shop, like your ICP, your avatar, your dream audience, whatever you want to call it, those different words for it, everything else gets built from that point.
That's the number one thing, is to define that properly.
Yes. And then when someone goes, what do you do? I do this for this type of person. This is what our company does. So if I ask Rolls-Royce what they do, we sell to the world's most industrious individuals, the most immersive and comfortable out of this world motor experience. It's probably something they'd say like, but you know, I'm not selling a fucking car goes from A to B for Doris, who's not got much money in the bank account, so she has to go get like a high MPG car. That's not mentioned. But if I was selling a Micra, I'd be like, it's reliable, it's cheap, it's like does 60 miles to the gallon. Rolls-Royce have never there'd be no MPG mentions on the fucking website. Like, no. If you go to Nissan, I guarantee every single one's like, does this, specs. Facts tell, stories sell. If you go in low end, you're selling on price and function. You go high end, you're selling on story and experience and perception. Completely different thing. You're selling on emotion, not rationality. It's not fucking rational to go and buy a 300 grand car.
No.
You're doing it for what it says about you, how it makes you feel. It's not a need, it's a want.
Yeah.
You're selling on the low end to people that need it. They haven't got a flaw. You're selling for people that have had a flaw put in last year and they got bored of the colour. Or their mate just fucking put a marble from Italy in and they want a better marble from Italy just to compete.
Because they like it.
Because they like it. I had a mate at rugby when I was younger. His mum bought a fucking Range Rover, brand new, didn't like the colour, so in a week they kept that one and bought another one. They kept that one at home. I was like, we're from different worlds. That's the people you want to sell to.
Yeah.
It's an experience that you're selling, not a type. That's why I love the surface
consultancy.
Surface consultancy. Like that's, you're decommoditizing it. That's the word.
Yeah.
You're not, someone can't go into Google and replicate what you sell. Because it's not just a tile, it's the whole thing. And they get you too. Yeah. On the fulfillment end, the receiving end.
And I think we need to be prouder with that. I think we need to be proud.
That's what you talk about.
Story, yeah. Tell that story a lot more authentic. Be authentic with it. Why do we do this? Why are we still in this industry? Why have we carried on doing it? Because
mad.
Well, yeah, there is that. There is that. But I love it. I love it when a client over Christmas, Ash, we've just uncovered our floors, and honestly, we've just had a whole house built, and this is our favourite bit. Like that. Need to tell that story. Need to, tell that story and do it again and again and again.
But it needs to be told the story to the right individual. So if you do fit a house, which is a very average middle-class house, and that's not who you want to sell to, you don't put it on your website.
No, okay.
Because it's not in line with your target market. It's the same with, my wife, she does lip filler. She would never, one, she'd turn clients away. You don't need to turn them away, but she would never promote a set of lips on her page that she wasn't proud of, that's in line with who she wants to bring in.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to have that look. She's very careful about curating the perception about the kind of individual that come to her. So people know, like, oh, if I go there, I'm going to get this.
Yeah.
And there wants to be any confusion about, you want people to know what this place is going to look like before they even come here.
So change the wording on the website.
Now we can talk about acquisition.
Yeah.
So how are we bringing in leads currently?
A lot of the business we do is through both of us. We've been in the industry for so long.
Yep.
It's repeat business. It's referrals from clients that have had a good experience.
Yep.
It's from their builders, their tradespeople that have had a good experience.
Yep.
That's where, and the network that I've built over the years, and repeat business. That is.
Explain repeat business to me. What does that look like? B2B? You're talking about like...
Yeah, but like B2B, we work with quite a few designers, like that one you just saw where you like the footer. They came to us randomly because they liked a product on our website, and we sent them samples, and now we're on like 4 or 5 orders.
Okay.
And they keep coming in. Whereas others will be, we've worked with interior designers, they've put us forward to their clients, they've had a good experience, and then that house is built, that project's finished, they then have a next project. So then we work on that project too.
Have you thought about helping interior designers with their social media a little bit?
No.
You've got a podcast studio downstairs.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be a lovely idea to help local interior designers, or even not local, come down and tell their story? Just so happens when they come down the podcast, they get to come to the studio, you cut them up some content, you get chatting about their projects.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah. And then you show them.
Wine them and dine them, take them out for dinner.
Yeah.
You just blow smoke up there. I was like, fucking love your design. Like, I'm in the tile game. I'd love to get you down to our podcast. Like, don't sell them tiles. Sell them social media. Sell them promoting their company.
Yeah.
What you're really doing is getting down here so that they get to a better relationship with you.
This is what I should have carried on doing. Ignore that, because that's my kids.
Yeah, right. You love that fatty in the tube. That's
This is a podcast I started.
yeah.
Today we're doing the
The science bit.
fantastic George and Maria, Treasure Architects. Now I've followed this company for about 3 or 4 years on their social.
Now this is something that I started last year. I recorded 3 episodes, and then obviously everything happened, and I was out in Spain for a month. All the guests, I had to let them go, and I never restarted it.
This comes back. We don't want to just be interviewing any Tom, Dick and Harry. You want people coming through the door. You want property developers, hotel people, anyone with big networks and contacts, and you talk and you celebrate their stories and what they've done. What you find is everyone's got an ego and they want to talk about who they are, and they want to get on a podcast.
Yeah.
You bring them down, take them out for dinner. If they smoke cigars, you give them a Cuban. If they drink whiskey, you give them a fucking Macallan 18, top shelf. Sell the dream.
Yeah.
And then while you're here, you build that relationship. Bang, you've got content. It looks like you're, from an optic perspective, you're working with top designers. Everyone from outside is like, okay, so it's great for you. You're going to get some good synergy between them. And then also you're schmoozing them. What else are we doing? How many people have you got in your database?
Not enough, and this is where it gets embarrassing.
So what CRMs have you got?
None anymore, because I got rid of Zoho because I wasn't using it.
So what do you do with all the data?
It's in my head, El.
Oh,
Yeah, I knew you was going to say that. But this is an important conversation because,
so you need a CRM.
yeah,
We need to start using social media so that we can basically set up an automation so that anyone that follows you gets a message. You just start to spark a conversation with them, right? Then we can have AI having a chat with them, and then we can pull them into a database. We need numbers, we need mobiles. So we need numbers, we need emails, and we need names. And then we can reactivate all of those or schmooze them in any way we want with AI.
Yeah.
Right? So then as your socials get bigger, you're building up a bigger database. And then as new things come out, or you've got an event on, you want to invite people down for a wine and food pairing event. You bring down a Michelin star chef who's going to come and do a private dining experience for your best clients.
yeah, a bit of networking.
Their networking, that goes on video.
That's something that I wanted to do, and I really wanted. When we did the open launch event, we did it all ourselves, made canapes. It looked wicked. Just didn't get enough people through the door, and that's something that I want to do with this space.
Do it.
So that's something that I guess we should have as a
Plan, to do open events 3, 4, 6 times a year, whatever, and do what we
You
did.
do as many as you need to, but we definitely need to build a database up. So right now, how do leads come in if they come in?
For email.
through email, through the form on the website. But
Who's handling those? You? Okay.
well, no, we handle them. They were in charge of getting the leads in, and then we would handle them as and when.
Okay.
So they're in the back end of the website, anybody that's had, but there's not been enough. I spend my time, like you say, being a busy idiot.
Are you
chasing
running
people.
any paid ads?
Not at the moment, no, because every
Right.
time we've tried to do,
What were you running to?
we was running Meta and Google ads and a bit of Pinterest ads.
Any results?
No.
Okay.
We did one on LinkedIn.
And what was the call to action? Just to your website?
Yeah, it was get in touch, contact us, book a consultation. Most of it was trying to get people. It was all local ads to try and get people in the door here to where we are.
Right. So imagine your messaging is off, right? And you run ads to get people into, let's say, for example, you're out on the street, you own a bar, and a man and a woman walked past it like they on a little dinner date, and he said, "Come in, we've got a lovely bar for you in here," right? And then another group walks past. There's 5 lads, 18-year-olds, and they're just out to get absolutely fucking on it. Like they're out. They're out. Yeah. They're on it. He pulls them in. Then you've got some people that don't drink. They're looking for a quiet night. They're like just come up there. They're like just come out of a health retreat and they're walking down the road. Yeah, come on, we've got a great bar for you. Now those 3 groups walk into the bar and they see one another in there, and the music is not what they like, and it's just they're all in different energies. They all leave because they don't know. It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
But if you tailor who you bring in and you make sure the club and the bar is on the money, the messaging is right, the music's good, the drinks are being served. Like I'd go in, I want old fashions, I want good scotches or nice bourbons or Negronis, right? I don't want sex on the beach and fucking jugs and happy hours. I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick up a menu and go, okay, we've got, 2 for $1 Sundays. We got this, that, and the other, and we've got top shelf, bit of fucking Woodford Reserve special edition in there. Hey? No, do you know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
That's why it wouldn't have worked. And then you also need to give a reason for people to listen to you and come to you. So the running ads would be very different. What we want to do is we can run ads so that basically people start to inquire. Or we have AI basically handling. Like you don't need humans anymore. You're wasting fucking space. And usually if you're spending all of your time in the studio, out on the road, you need to be in here, obviously, anyone that's coming through the door, speaking to them, making sure that the 2 of you could easily run this place.
Yeah. And I think that's exactly what me and John had a nice chat yesterday. So right, let's take it back to bare bones and let's do it. And that's why we was excited about you coming in, because you can look at it from the outside. We're on the coal face. We're in it every day. We're doing what we think's best, but it's probably not best.
Look, and I'm fully sympathetic and respectful to that, because it's so easy to give someone else critique on what they do, and it can make you feel a bit shitty sometimes when someone comes in and you're like, oh, I've been working really fucking hard at this. Anyone that comes in to look at me, like my wife does it on a regular basis. Why the fuck are you doing that, Elliot? And I'm like, she's not doing it, Dave. And I'm like, yeah, fair enough. I don't know why I didn't see that. Like, because like you said, when you're being shot at, it's very hard to look at the battlefield. Right? It's really easy with someone in the ivory tower who's not under any stress to come in and go, They don't also see all the big pictures. You've got suppliers to handle. You've got rent. You've got families. You've got all this other stuff as well. That's like shouting and screaming at you. You've got staff to deal or not to deal with. All those headaches.
Yeah.
Family. All these other areas. So it's easier for me to come in with a clear head to look at it. So take it respectfully. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
Don't ever feel.
Yeah. And I'm not going
saddened by the fact that I say these things. It's just we're all the same. It's constructive.
Yeah. I mean, we've got 1,500 clients in a database that bought from us from the old business.
Yeah.
Most of them would be sort of your average house. We used to email them weekly, twice a week.
You still have that database?
Yeah, we still have that.
So you do have a database?
Yeah, we do
Where
have
is
a
the
database. See, I don't use it.
So point being, don't worry about it for now, but you need to start building up a CRM. So I just had a conversation with another guy who were doing
What would you recommend because we tried Zoho.
Go high level.
What, sorry?
Go high levels of CRM. I'm going to help you with your AI. So the AI runs through high level. So basically think about CRM as a filing cabinet for everything, and you can do certain functions with that information. So you can enrich the information in that filing cabinet as much as you want, right? And the AI going out or a human going out can basically, if you're a customer or a lead in that filing cabinet, we can go out and get as much information on you as possible that sits there. Every conversation we've ever had with you, every phone call is recorded and implemented in there. So when I pull up your database, I'm like, we've had 3 phone conversations. I can listen to them. I can see the Instagram messages, I can see the email messages. What AI is currently, because the AI can run the whole thing. You don't need humans to be doing that. And then is what calls are being booked. And then you can manually move it through. You can also automate it through a pipeline as well. So cold lead, warm lead, like second call, third call, whatever, booked, didn't book. So then based on that, whatever part of the pipeline that's in, different automations can happen. Ghosted. Fuck it. Right, let's hit them with the AI. Bosh. Right. You're who's picking up the phones here?
Yeah, us two.
What happens when you're sleeping?
Well, I'm sleeping, aren't I?
Well, why is Alicia from AI not picking up, going, hey,
Yeah.
Flora Surfaces, Then pre-frame them. If they're a waste of fucking space, go to Wix. If they're a good client, no worries. Ashley will be in the office tomorrow. He's got an available, so read your appointments on there, so you can have call bookings. For good clients. So if certain criteria is hit, it'll book you in with a consultation, and you'll have a diary which you can read and reschedule as well. So, oh hey Sally, I just phoned up. Can I reschedule this to Thursday? Yeah, we've got a space at 10 p.m. Does that work? Yeah, I can do that. Can do that on Instagram. Can do it on email.
Yeah.
24/7. Oh, by the way, if you went viral on socials and you suddenly had 500 calls at the same time, it can do 500 calls at the same time.
Yeah. That would be, it would be, and I think that's the big thing. It's about structuring. For this business to succeed and to work, like you say, it's all about that customer journey. It's all about nurturing them and making sure that
customer,
they have
number one. And then building the infrastructure and then putting the AI in. So that's why I'm talking about the systems are right at the end, because there's no point doing, like I could go and put AI into this. Once again, it's like running paid ads to a website that's doing nothing. The paid ads are doing the job.
Yeah.
But the message is wrong and what we're running them into is not right there. So it's not the solution, it's an amplifier.
Yeah.
So you get all the other bits right. So number one is like, you guys need to have the headspace to figure out who your target market is, figuring that out, getting that avatar right, the whole messaging right. And then you really blind up your personal socials as well. And I think this YouTube and you spending time schmoozing these people, bringing on different, should be not just architects, could be designers, could be house builders, could be developers, anyone that would be in that space, or have people that you want buying from you that watch these kinds of people.
Yeah.
It should be a high-end experience. So we're Withersfield Green here. So what's closest station? Withersfield Green or Burgess Hill?
Burgess Hill.
Hayward Heath?
Hayward Heath, yeah.
Right, so it's like, okay, if they're coming down from London, they get picked up in like a nice fucking Merc, right? They get a decent experience over. You put them in a hotel locally. Like I'm talking, you got to take this up a level, right? So think about that. So it's okay, you come down, it's not just going to be the podcast. We're going to do this, we're going to do this.
Yeah,
you have a video.
Build a relationship.
You have a video for the whole time. Right, so
and that's what I love to do, and that does, like you say, that builds the personal brand.
And then you're building relationships. People are going to buy from you. I will never buy tiles from anyone else other than you.
Yeah.
Not because, and frankly, mate, when I became friends with you, I stopped looking at any other tiles online. I would just pick up the phone and say, "What's Ashley got?
Yeah.
What do you recommend, mate?"
Yeah.
I don't go online. My wife might, but I don't go online and try penny pinching. I go, Ashley's the man. I trust him. Whatever tiles he's got, I believe him. If he told me this is a good one, he'll come over to my house. I'm done.
Yeah.
Get that enough? No one's looking online anymore. You just decommoditize yourself.
And we're well capable, more than capable.
And you do that with the people that you know. So scaling that. So you got to think about digital of like, how can I bring my ability to do one-to-one engagement with people as close to a human interaction as possible, one-to-many online. And that's why AI helps. That's why long-form content helps, because they get to feel like they know who you are before they've even met you. And you can do that with 10,000 people, 100,000 people, 1 million people.
Yeah.
But it's a difficult thing to hit. And if your messaging is wrong, you won't do it.
Yeah.
You have to niche.
And I know you know that because your messaging has changed massively.
Yes. I've gone through all of it and tried all the different angles, and I've tried to be broad. People don't like shallow anymore. So what used to work really well is go really wide but very shallow with regards to information advice. People are now looking for authenticity. They're looking for depth. They're looking for they're just something they can really get behind and believe and trust, because we live in a trust recession right now. No one fucking believes anything they see online. They don't believe brands. They don't believe anything. Everything is fucking AI. All they want is like, I trust this man.
Yeah.
When he tells me this is a good fucking deal or this is what I should get, I'm just going to buy it and do that at scale.
And then you're just using the AI to wean out the people.
So AI should just basically be the machinery in the middle, basically getting all your leads, filtering them, booking in for you, selling people where you can, putting on good people and good qualified leads onto a call, and then you can put throughput in. So it's like we build the structure out. So think about like a drain pipe. Right now we've got missing pieces in the drain pipe. So first of all, messaging is one piece. Okay. Other piece is making sure that all of the funnels, everything's in place, right? So there's a full flow from like inquiry through to you.
Yeah.
Social media, everything else. Got a drain pipe. Then what AI and all the systems is, it goes, let's make the drain pipe really fucking wide so we can put a lot more flow through it. That's all it is. So we can handle 500 clients at the same time or 500 leads at the same time rather than one. We can now do it 24/7, 365 days of the year rather than work hours. So we've just gone, okay, funnel's in place. Now we've just gone, whoa, we can go real wide. And they'll be, then that's the next part of business is bottleneck solving. So once you solve for that and business becomes, okay, supplies now become an issue. Space in here's become an issue. These are the next bottlenecks that will start to occur. And that's all you do as business owners is you just have to keep solving the next bottleneck. As you grow, a new bottleneck will expose.
And I suppose if you've got enough people coming in through the AI's dealing with things, then that's the point where you can get, like I said to you the other night, the idea would be that we get people in so I can step away from doing this.
You shouldn't be doing any of this.
Yeah.
You should be literally out and about and on podcasts doing social media. There's a reason if I looked at my phone right now, I came out of a meeting a minute ago, I had something like 120 fucking WhatsApp messages. I don't need to be involved in any of them because the team's running it. I just have to be at the meeting.
Yeah.
I'm on camera right now, not doing the back end. I'm on camera. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah. And that's where I'd love to be.
I know you would. So that's what we have to solve for. And everyone in their place in the business doing what it needs to do, removing manual input where it doesn't need to be, and then putting throughput in. But the throughput's going to come from obviously awareness, but also trust. People will buy the tiles when they trust you. So social media, and I think that the socials, we can be a little bit more concise with that, with your personal, and then really scaling that.
Change the bios, change.
So look at your bio now on your...
UK Smart District of luxury surface coverings to commercial residential developers. Yeah.
It's so broad.
Yeah.
So broad. So I would get on ChatGPT and say, look, I am a high-end bespoke tile consultant. We target this market. We have a very high-end unit in the countryside in the UK. We need to make sure that everything that we do, all of the copy that we speak to is speaking to that ICP, that target market. And I want to make sure that anyone that reads anything that we put out is completely feeling like they're in the right place and you're speaking directly to them. Use terminology that would be seen on Rolls-Royce websites, Patek Philippe, Rolex, Harrods. We are dealing with that kind of clientele and make sure that if I give you any prompts or if I say anything that you feel is not in line with that, pull me up on it and critique it. Outline any unknowns that I'm putting in or things that I'm missing as and when I ask you for things. You should always critique me and keep things in. My goal is to make this as big as humanly possible, selling to this client base. So if I say things or I prompt you in a way that you think might go against that, challenge me.
Yeah.
And that's what I would put into ChatGPT and then say, right, help me write my Instagram bio with that in mind.
And do all the others, get everything.
Yes.
It's something as simple as that could change.
And also just quickly, right?
Yeah.
There is any call to action in there. You have to remember, people are, on the most part, pretty stupid. And unless they get told to do something, they won't do it. So even something as simple as like DM transform or DM me like whatever.
Yeah.
And to talk to us about your therapist needs.
Sort of opens the door for a conversation.
You need to ask. So it's like if you're outside with a really pretty woman, right? You're dropping home or like she's with you or whatever after a night out. Let's say you're single, back in my single days. If I don't invite her in, she's going.
Yeah.
Don't make the assumption that they know to come in. Like you can be as obvious as fucking possible. I sell tiles. Like just if you want to talk about it, drop me a message.
Yeah.
And what you want to do, conversations create conversions. We want to start as many conversations as possible. So the more offers, basically you want to be quoting, the more quotes you put out a day, the more likely you're going to close, right? If I said to you, this is what the metric I always use, I'm like, how many people have you quoted today? So when I speak to my sales team later, like how many quotes did you give today? I'll be like, oh, we never really got to that point. Well, we're not making enough offers. And also, by the way, in the high-end world, if at least 10% of people aren't telling you you're too expensive, you're too cheap. You need to be told by a lot of people that you're too expensive, otherwise you're playing the wrong game.
That's it.
You've got to get your head around that.
That's it. And it's just, it's because I come from a retail background where everything is, we found it cheaper online, and you've got 10, 12, 15 grand a month overheads just to make easy.
So if I went into Hermes, right, or I went into a bag shop and I want to buy a bag like Hermes, and they told me it was $3,000, I'd be like, this can't be good enough. If I go into a bag shop and they tell me it's 50K, I'll buy it just because it's expensive, especially in the high-end market. And I've done this with clients before. They're like, oh, we keep getting people that say it's too expensive. I'm like, double the price. I'm like, what? I'm like, you're in the wrong market. People that have that kind of money expect to pay big and they want to price other people out. They want to come in and know that they're buying that and other people can't afford it. That's why they put it in their house. Got nothing to do with the fucking wood.
Yeah.
I want it because no one else can have it. I have an Hermes bag, so when I go to a restaurant, they pull the fucking table over to me and I put my Hermes bag on there because it cost me 40 grand for my Birkin. That's why they do it. And they want it because it's not because it's a leather bag that holds my fucking phone. They do it because no other fucking icon has that bag. That's why they want it.
Yeah.
It's all to do with that.
sort of creating.
Mate, I was in the plaza over Christmas and all the fucking families, all the women had designer bags and all got their little bags fucking on their own tables or their own chairs. And I'm like, that's why they do it. It's got nothing to do with the bag itself. It's all to do with them making that statement that they've got a bag expensive enough to sit on its own table.
Yeah.
Yep. So if I come in, it's priced high enough, I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
If you went into Rolls Royce and there's a brand new Rolls Royce there and they're like, actually, this is 100 grand. You'd be like, what's wrong with it?
Yeah, it's very true.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. And I think that's where we've got to get to. I believe in the brand. I believe in what we've built.
Yep.
I believe in the fact that we do hand source the best products. If it's not
Define hand sourcing to me.
So hand sourcing, we put a lot of time and effort into vetting who we buy from.
Okay, make more of a caricature of that.
Yeah.
Fly out to fucking Italy.
Yeah.
This is the thing, you have to be able to go to the quarries, go to the mines, record everything. Because you did that trip recently.
Yeah.
Where's the video of it?
It's on the YouTube.
Right? Get that out there more. Do more of that. Like, it must be bespoke. The guy's been out doing what, like, you're doing that for them. Like, you're the concierge to go and you're their personal shopper. You're the guy that's sourcing the best quality. I've been around the fucking world. I've been to every marble fucking quarry in to Timbuktu.
Again, it's one of those, the bottleneck at the moment is cash to be able to afford to do that. We'll
get there very quickly, but this is all coming. But it starts with this, building infrastructure, building the cash, and you've got to be able to afford it, like I said, and then you start putting that stuff in. For now, just easy wins are like getting people down to the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, really start doing that stuff. Really getting this messaging right. Really start working your personal brand. Get the quality out better. Building some infrastructure, put some AI in. Done.
Yeah.
That's what I'd start with. So actionables from here, I would say, let's get the messaging right. So go away and think about that. Once you're really happy with the messaging, give me a shout. We'll look at CRMs and whatever else. Build that in, and then we can look at throughput, which is then we'll work on your socials. We'll work on the podcast and maybe like Nick can help you edit, whatever. But you don't need a big team. Get your costs right down. You've saved some costs now. Bank that in for save a little bit and use a little bit more for fuel. So even if you spend half on what you're saving, don't spend that. Spend the other. Take 50% of that and put it into fuel for now. So you're 50% up on the overheads you had. Yeah, that's what I would do. So you're saving a little bit, so it feels like you're netting. And then as you start getting some more coming in, put some more fuel on the fire, There's some easy wins here that cost nothing to start with.
Yeah.
And then we can look at, once that's all in place and the cash is coming in, then we can look at paid ads. Then you don't need paid ads for that now. You spending time going on LinkedIn, going on social media posts, go on to other designers, more people that follow. So if you go to like designers, architects on Instagram, and you go other people like this, you'll find a load of other people, and go to their follower list. There'll be a load of other architects and designers. Start messaging, just interact with them.
Yeah.
Be friendly. That sounds like a lot. Look for events locally where people might be going to. Book all of them.
Yeah.
Like there'll be loads of free ones. There'll be loads of like meet and greets. Just go and be nice. Go and be you.
Yeah.
Go be Ashley. That's what you're good at.
That's what I said this year. That's what I like. I need to do more. I used to do a lot networking before.
Well, you've got a little bit more cash now that you're not outlaying.
Yeah.
Put it into that or whatever, and then build from there.